It's a relatively slow four-game evening in the NBA this Monday, but there's still plenty of DFS value to be found. From guys you almost must target to potential punt plays, we're here to break down the biggest values. Let's start with a quick look at Vegas expectations for today's slate. Matchup over, under spread Sixers at Magic 221, Sixers minus 2.5, Thunder at Grizzlies 219.5, Thunder minus 5.5, Suns at Jazz 217.5, Jazz minus 15.0, Nets at Blazers 225.5, Blazers minus 6.0. Remember that injuries in lineups are subject to change at any moment. For the very latest news, stay tuned to Roto World's injury report and player news pages. FanDuel, DraftKings Bargain SDJ. Augustin, PG, $5.9 thousand, FanDuel, PG, $5.6 thousand, DraftKings. Orlando has won 4 straight games and they're not messing around in pursuit of a playoff spot. They're currently 1 game behind Miami for the No. 8 seed, and are still within 2.5 games of the number 6 seed Nets. That's prompted coach Steve Clifford to lean on his key players and veterans more than ever lately, with Augustin as a prime example. He logged 42 minutes in an overtime win on Friday. The Magic are playing in the first half of a back-to-back set, with a huge game looming versus Miami on Tuesday, but I'm still expecting Augustin to play 28 minutes with ease. He's dropped 39 DFS points in 2 of the past 4 games and is averaging 35.1 in that span. I'm not excited to queue him up in tournaments, due to a lack of explosive upside, but he's a nice cash game option in a light slate. Mikal Bridges, SF, $5.1 thousand, FanDuel, SG, SF, $5.1 thousand, DraftKings. My only hesitation here is the matchup. Utah has been brutal for DFS purposes. Even so, the opportunity is massive for Bridges and I'm not afraid of a blowout, since he'd likely play in garbage time anyway. The keys are that Kelly Oubre, thumb, is done for the season, Tyler Johnson, knee, is out again Monday, TJ Warren, ankle, remains out, and Josh Jackson, ankle, is questionable. If Jackson plays, I'm suddenly less interested here, but for now I'm assuming he'll sit out. We'll know more closer to tip-off. DeMarre Carroll, SF, $4.1 thousand, FanDuel, SF, PF, $4.4 thousand, DraftKings. The Nets game has the highest expected scoring total tonight, and Portland isn't a scary matchup, except for centers. Carroll has been hit or miss lately, with FanDuel totals of 20.2, 13.3, 33.9 and 15.5 in his past 4 games. I'm expecting something closer to 25 to 30 tonight in a favorable matchup, especially since Brooklyn is playing to win. They've got a tenuous hold on the No. 6 seed and want to keep it. Delon Wright, SG, $5.7 thousand, FanDuel, PG, SG, $5.3 thousand, DraftKings. I don't think Wright's price has quite caught up to the reality of his role with Memphis. The Grizzlies are very short-handed without Avery Bradley, shin, CJ Miles, foot, Kyle Anderson, shoulder, Dillon Brooks, toe, and of course Jaren Jackson Jr., quad. They have every reason to let the young guys play down the stretch, which has allowed Wright to play 24 minutes in 10 straight games. OKC has been extremely lenient versus guards in recent weeks, which bolsters the case for Wright as a mid-tier PG, SG to consider. I may even try to pair him with Mike Conley, $9.2 thousand FD, $7.5 thousand DK, especially on DraftKings where his price is unbelievably low. Richaun Holmes, PF, $4.4 thousand, FanDuel, PF, C, $3.9 thousand, DraftKings. Once again, I don't love recommending players against the Jazz. However, Holmes is very affordable tonight and he's riding a streak of 4 straight games with 21 fantasy points, averaging 25.3 in that span. I'm also intrigued by the possibility that DeAndre Ayton struggles and/or gets into foul trouble versus Rudy Gobert, prompting Holmes to play more minutes off the bench. Holmes should also benefit if there is garbage time, and his per-minute fantasy output can't be faulted.